There are a lot of great labels out there that are doing really awesome things, and Denmark's one of them, helping me out and pushing my music so much. Some people get skeptical about like, I don't want to sign away my life, but I also like want to be big and like, be the best. And so labels are great because they are able to essentially like invest into your product, into your vibe, what you're trying to do, and I guess they just take a little piece of the cake. But overall, if it's done right, the cake just gets bigger, and your brand starts to get bigger, and you guys work together up and up and up, and that's what's happened with Denmark and I, and it's terrific. And so there are so many other great labels out there that are doing that with other artists, and second to last one, mastering. Mastering my records. I used to master all my own stuff, and didn't really sound great. I had no idea what I was doing, give it that. But Denmark has been amazing, and I have the opportunity to have one of their amazing people jump onto my projects and actually make it sound amazing. Now, mastering, there's a difference between mixing and mastering, where mixing is getting your sounds and actually finding the right levels and bringing stuff up and down. But mastering is obviously a whole new game that I'm still learning. It's crazy, but I do a lot of my own mixing, and then mastering is done by this guy. And Lorne, the guy in the photo at the bottom right, I asked him, I'm like, I know that the mastering guy that Denmark have his name's Steve Scanlon, by the way. He's an absolute legend. I asked Lorne, I'm like, who has this guy like mixed and mastered for, and live mixed? And he listed me out the names. He said mastering, mixing, Avicii, The Chainsmokers, Stay Loose, Keys and Crates, Rain Man, Watch the Ducks, Steve Aoki, Anga Dimas, Henry Fong. Live mixing, so this is at like shows, pretty much the biggest rock bands in Australia. He's mixed 50-piece orchestra, Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, Snoop Dogg, Chris Brown, T-Pain, Ice Cube, Kelly Rowland, Nelly, Teo Cruz, Akon, Busta Rhymes, Pitbull, Sean Paul, and Jay Sean. So this guy is a boss, and I was just like, this guy is like working on my silly beats, and I'm like, it's kind of crazy. And then the last one on this little list was just releasing, and I've had like a journey of releasing music from, just throwing up on SoundCloud whenever I felt like it, and then when I had managers come on board and be like, hey, let's like space it out a bit, let's like, if we have a really good song, let's put it out, let's put a little bit of, let's get a blog behind it, let's, push it a little bit, because releasing a song a week isn't going to make you huge. You could release one song like every 6 months. That's an absolute stomper, and you could blow up way faster that way. And a great example of that, Boombox Cartel, I'm assuming a lot of people have heard of them, good buddies of mine, they released 5 songs in 2018. You can count back like the actual songs they released, and they're still, growing, and they're still blowing up as ever, So the whole releasing game is kind of crazy, where you don't need to be like throwing content out as, like machine gun fire content, but you can space these things out, but making sure that what you're putting out, obviously, your content is quality. So yeah, obviously quality over quantity, essentially.